Now it's time for the concluding remarks. And Marc Bonneville, you're chairman of the ARIIS Alliance, so it's up to you to give us a few words about what you heard today.
Yes, so thanks for all of you who are still here, which is kind of unexpected.
Oh yes, sorry.
Please.
Mike.
So first of all, naturally, I would like to congratulate the organizer of this first learning expedition that has offered us a particularly rich and diverse program. So clearly, the pitches and footages on a major technological platform and breakthrough approach that are implemented by CEA were quite impressive. And this has enabled us to really discover the quality, the diversity, the transdisciplinarity of the approach that are implemented here. So clearly, I insist on this common point of many of these advances and achievements, which is the transdisciplinarity. This is more and more key now for all innovation. As you can realize clearly in the context of, for instance, digital health, we need to put together experts in biology, biomathematics, biostatistics, engineers, and so on. And clearly, I think that clearly the ecosystem here creates this kind of...
Marc? Mike.
Yeah, sorry. create this kind of opportunity to help all these experts to work together. So I think that the roundtable discussion were particularly interesting because I think that this format not only allowed to highlight key platforms that were nicely described, and clearly we can clearly envisage through the description of this very ambitious platform that rely on cutting-edge technology what is their actual and potential interest for industry. And I think that this is, I was really impressed by all these platforms relying not only on highly sophisticated imaging technique, in particular all these very powerful MRI devices, but also on all the other platforms that are more ecosystems than platform, and that really bring a set of experts, but also the opportunity to get access to very powerful data sets and all the integration capabilities that can be offered by the CEA. And clearly, I think that this roundtable discussion really gave the opportunity to CEA to really explain what is their added value, what they can offer to the industry. And I think that this is the kind of format that we should keep in future edition of Learning Expedition, because I think it's probably the best way to really establish this dialogue between industrial and academic partners. So I think that I will stop here because I'm talking too much.
No.
But
okay.
Clearly, I think that really I would like to congratulate in particular Marco and Nora, who started these discussions about 2 years ago, just before the sanitary crisis. Mm-hmm. And I would say that at this stage, from what I understand, the format that was initially envisaged was a quite standard one. Basically, on-site visit of platforms by groups of industrial. And I would say thanks to the COVID crisis, Marco and Nora really had to envisage various options, hybrid, virtual, finally, going back to in person, and then going back to hybrid. And so these twists and turns allowed the project to really mature, to become even more ambitious, and probably much more interactive than we initially anticipated. And clearly, I think that the outcome is clearly this meeting of today, which I feel is a real success. And based on this success, the ARIIS really want to make this learning expedition a very important pillar of its animation activities. And I hope that we will have the opportunity to do this again with CEA, which has many other assets, in particular in the Grenoble area, and also naturally with other major academic research partners in France. So thank you for your attention, and really congratulations again for the organizers.
Thank you very much, Marc. And now it's time for the last concluding remarks. So you introduced the conference, and now you're invited to conclude. François Jacques, chairman of the CEA, thank you to join us running on the stage. Thank you very much.
Be reassured, I'll try to keep it short. Everything was said basically by Marc Bonneville, so my task is easier. I started saying that was an expedition. If you say expedition, it means discovery. I hope you are not disappointed and that you discovered a lot. Basically, I think you could realize what is the are the dedication, the commitment, the enthusiasm of all the PI here in CEA, and I really want to pay tribute to that. Second takeaway, I would say, well, you've seen, or I hope so, many assets, but some of the participants also told us that, well, having nice platforms, having at the forefront platform, that's not enough. We have to have the platform, but we have also to have the ecosystem. We have also to build the relationship around the ecosystem. And I think we take the lesson, and that's clearly the direction we are working in. Maybe also we were reminded that we have to take risk. And I'm in that case pretty convinced that that is exactly what we are making, because the people who decided Neurospin 10 or 12 years ago, I guess they took risk. I'm not quite sure that we would be able to take the same risk today. So the world has changed around us. But clearly, yes, that's of the essence for such a research organization to take risk. And finally, we were reminded that, well, that's very nice. We discovered many projects. We discussed among scientists, researchers, engineers, and so on. But that's not the reason why a research program will emerge tomorrow morning. So how do we do that? And again, trust was, I think, the word mentioned by many, and trust is clearly something we are doing step by step, and we all know that there is no single solution to solve all the issues that were mentioned during the roundtables, because we all know that it's complicated to work between research and industry and so on, and especially in France, where we're discussing this issue for 60, 70 years, or I don't know, that started in the 50s probably. But I think what was shown by Vincent Lebon in terms of Passerelle as a place where we have this convergence of various actors, that's clearly what we are aiming at, and I hope this expedition is the first step in this step-by-step approach and is this building of trust between the various partners. So I conclude thanking a lot, as Marc did, the organizers, because I think that was not so easy to organize for the reason he explained, and I hope we have been able to interest you. And in any case, again, thanks to them, because that was not easy to achieve, and they did it so well. So thanks.
Thank you very much, François Jacques. And thank you to all of you for keeping connected during this conference. Maybe there will be, you heard another one, and maybe other ones, other learning expeditions in the future, so you can keep posted on the internet, especially on the LinkedIn, ARIIS LinkedIn. You will have some more information in the coming months for next operations. And I thank Maiten, I thank ARIIS, of course, and ML Communication, who was in charge of filming, and it was a great success. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to all of you, and see you soon. Bye-bye.